MJ Unpack, Ian. This was your first outing at a convention of any kind, right?
Yes.
So forget about NECAN.
First time, yeah. I haven't been NECAN. First time to MJ Unpacked. Like, I've been to the private events before, like Clay
Right,
Nine,
you've been to AC for
Turtmaster. Well, technically, my first time going to AC was for Turtmaster, but like Turtmaster, the Pip Coast launch that they had at with Hamilton at the beach. So I've been to some smaller ones, but nothing like of this size.
Right.
Where I'm going to see like
an
every
industry-wide
major
event,
vendor.
Industry-wide. So like explain to the people, MJ Unpack is basically like the equivalent in the cannabis industry, other than like NECAN for like the big.
I think it's bigger than NECAN.
It probably is. It's like the industry-wide networking event.
If you're gonna go to one event throughout the entire year, you go to that.
Yeah. You never know just by showing up. Networking is, like you always said too, it's all about talking to people. You got to talk to people, and that's really what it all is going down there. Like, yeah, it's fun. There's like the awards they give out and everything, but the real purpose of going is to just expand your branch of tendrils to connections in the industry.
It's
really.
it's the same thing I tell everybody, that either A, want to like get into like brand rep work, or B, like want to get into the industry in general. There isn't really a way, unless you're like a grower, to like build an impressive resume.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's hard. It's not like other ventures where like the industry's been around for so long, where it's easy to build like an impressive resume. You know what to like look for and add to that. With this, it's very much okay. If you don't have any cannabis experience going into it, what can I bring to the table that I already have, and what can I get out of the industry?
There's one problem about MJ Unpack, and that's the communication. I feel because I treated it again, not knowing, not
first time going down
still
there,
being a little green behind the ears in some ways. I treated it like NECAN. NECAN, I got there nice and early. 10 minutes, I was allowed on the floor, able to talk to all the brands, everybody, start talking, start moving. So I treated MJ Unpack the same way, and I got up early. I was like, I'm gonna get up nice and early, I'm gonna work out.
You texted me, he was down there like 10 o'clock. I was like,
I got there like
I just left.
I got there like 10:30, and I was like, this is gonna be great. Let's get cooking. And I got my badge, and I went over to the auditorium, and I just got the hand. They're like, oh, excuse me. And they looked at, I was like, your badge? I was like, I was like, yes. And they said, okay, come back at 5. And I looked at her, I said, PM? She was like, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Because it started the day before. The event kicked off the day before. So what the fuck were they doing all day if now they're not ready till 5 o'clock in the fucking morning? That's absurd. So I just had 8 hours to kill.
And that's the thing. It's like, so that's like the upgraded, I guess the upgraded experience.
I don't even think it is. I think it's
because those are like panels and stuff.
You have to be a vet. Well, the upgraded experience is the panels that are going on while the convention floor is getting ready. But to get on the convention floor, yeah, only the vendors are allowed on the floor till 5.
Which is stupid. But
what?
If that was the case, cool. Like I would have knew that. I would have came here on like 3. Got here like 3. Settled into my room.
Well, I would have gone on different days. We did not find out till we got there. We were like, yeah, we're staying today. We're leaving tomorrow. And then
everybody I knew said they were coming down tomorrow. I'm like, oh,
you idiot.
Oh yeah, you couldn't tell me this before, like. So yeah, that was
tragic.
But I'll say this, like the experience, like I said, the experience itself though. Best experience I've had so far, and that's regardless of like, yes, like you'll get a bunch of free stuff when you go. You get a bunch of samples, but just the fact that I was able to connect with so many people that I either haven't met yet, people I've already know, some people I didn't think I was gonna meet, and then end up meeting.
Who are some of those people?
One will be Nadir, the co-owner of Weissco, been in the industry a long time. He's a friend of my sister's, and I've been trying to connect with him for a while and hadn't been able to. So it was good to, coincidentally bump into him down there. Great guy. I look forward to, you know, his manufacturing company launching. Like, I believe he's like somewhere around June, July. You know, I very much look forward to
That's pretty exciting.
getting some of his stuff in and trying that. I'm excited. Another one was Drew Sativa Poppy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, oh man, I think he's also one of the people in the industry where he's
great at that
he's
networking.
fantastic at what he does. And what he does is just be himself. He is his own product. He's very good connecting to people. He's a very good event planner and knows how to get people to want to spend money.
Yeah.
Which is the goal.
Through dialogue.
His marketing is exceptional for what he does.
Yeah, he's great on the whole social media presence side of things. That's where I could use some improvement. The store does fine, but I don't exist. I'm like a ghost.
Oh yeah, like for what he does, it's definitely someone to worth highlighting and observing, and just what he does, like see how he does what he does, and then try to see what, you know, how you can fit that to what are your strengths. But those are two people that I was very excited to see and speak with while I was down there.
Were you let down in any way by your first big MJ Unpacked experience?
My only gripe with MJ Unpacked is the fact that there were too many software merchandisers, in my opinion, and not enough of the
Metric had
actual companies.
Metric had a booth.
Yeah, it's like, what do
Why?
you need a booth for?
We have no choice.
Everyone uses you. We have no choice.
Yeah, why
What
are
is the
you-
point?
what
I
is-
have no reason to talk to you.
What are you trying to sell?
What possible reason do I have to talk to you besides to come here and complain to you? That's the only.
Yeah.
You must only be here to hear complaints, because I don't know who's going over to your booth and be like, oh my god,
I guess we shouldn't talk.
Metric.
I guess we shouldn't talk too much
you're
shit.
so amazing.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't talk too much shit.
I wish you would start messing with my
they might,
software.
please. They might just shut us down. That's Big Brother, kind
But
of.
like, yeah, that's pretty much my only gripe. But then when I talk to a lot of the reps who I talked to, and like why they didn't have like a booth and things like that, they all said the same thing. One, it's like $5 to $10 grand for a booth.
Is it really?
Yeah, just one of those towers, those little skinny towers, like the.
Oh yeah, those
like
are
the-
stupid.
That was
expensive.
$2,500.
Yeah.
Just one of those. So I understand it. So from their standpoint, it's like, all right, cool. Why would I do that and stay stationary when I can just walk around and network, and especially when it works to your strengths? Like for me, I would do better walking around, and I can understand it. I don't think me being in one spot and something like that would be beneficial for me.
Yeah, as a brand, you mean?
As a rep,
Yeah.
exactly. Maybe as a brand, yes, I think you still have one for the people that do that.
Right.
But like with certain people and just how they operate and they know how well they are, walking around and talking to everybody is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, and it kind of shows you when you get to that level, like if you want to become a real brand, like you got to have that kind of shit like locked, like the same way we have standard operating procedures for like inventory, how we take in items and things like that. Like you have to think about a whole other arm of your company, which is how do we engage in, you know, the events? Like what's the operating procedure for an MJ Unpacked? It's like, all right, well, we got to have our guy, our grower should be there. Anybody associated on that account or that like if like Piff is a good example of like it's not quite Hamilton, but you know Piff should be there. So it's it's a similar situation.
Because they're their own company,
Right.
Just happen to be
Partnering
through Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, seeing the the owner of Piff Coast,
Exactly.
and like you actually, like I said, every time it's like when you're a company head or things like that, like when you show face more, it's just easier to connect with the product. And then you were a big fan of their booth when you smelled their
Oh yeah, I told him. I
their
said
strains.
I've never smelled anything like that before.
yeah, that grapefruit
I
chem
didn't
caught
even
your
know.
eye.
I didn't even know if I liked it or didn't like it, but I smelled it and I was just like, "That's."
You're not a big sativa guy, but that grapefruit chem was like you
No,
were
I was
like,
that was interesting.
I'm not a big sativa guy, and it was good.
I'm really surprised by smells.
It was
when
really
comes to
good,
flower.
y'all. Like the chems just happen to also come with a nice body, which is why I think you'd like it. But yeah, it was nice. He does have some great stuff on his menu when it's available.
Yeah, we can't even get it. By
Like,
the time
what-
we get the menu, it's gone.
Exactly, when it's available. And this is what I'm talking about, having those connections with your reps, because stuff like that, when they know, like,
Make sure,
this is
okay,
gonna be
then,
on the menu,
then that's when they get
that's
that
gonna
word
get
in.
fried.
Where they get that word in, like, make sure they get that menu a little sooner.
I'm gonna send it out here at this time. I'm gonna make sure you're ready to, and get that early. Because if you wait a couple hours, it's gone.
Yeah.
You got 200-300 other dispensaries in the state buying at the same time.
And as far, I mean, it's a great partnership also just between Hamilton and Piff. I mean, I like Hamilton a lot as a brand. They do great shit. I mean, they got what, second placed on, I actually have the list up right here. Because they won.
Grown Rogue got second place for,
I think it's best hybrid.
For,
No, sativa. They got second for best sativa flower, the Maui Wowie.
well, they also, who? Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Yeah, and then Grown Rogue got second for,
non-infused pre-roll. I'm seeing that here. And then they actually got first for indica, for flower.
What was it?
The Deep Space, which by the way, I tried that Deep Space from them at the event. We should talk about that event.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Deep Space at the Grown Rogue party.
The Grown Rogue after party.
Yo.
I got a picture.
Yo.
Of it. I took a
Shout out to Doug.
The whole jar was so like, and I love being able to see a big jar like that. That's why I wish we could do it in Jersey, just because it's almost like a gradient of color. Like when you can like see the strain, like see the coloration, the aura of like the aura it emits almost based on like the profiling of it. It's so fascinating because they had the 3 jars. It was the Deep Space. What were the other ones?
I don't know. I thought there were so many people over there that honestly, once I got that first joint, it was a wrap. There was a line a mile long waiting for
there was
the
a runs. I think it's the runs we have in the store right now. What's the runs?
Blue runs?
The blue. I think it was a blue run.
Yeah, but like the party overall was really good. They had like 4 guys rolling these massive joints for everybody. They had a woman blowing glass.
That was crazy. She was so calm.
Yeah, she was lighting it up.
On stage, blowing pieces.
Tattooing.
She didn't give a fuck.
The little bar upstairs you can hit bongs off of. It was a dope time.
Yeah, it was just really to just destroy your tolerance. That was the purpose of that party. It was crazy.
And it wasn't overly crowded. The space was dope.
No, it was good.
Like,
but I liked the Verano after party. The high top at the
Verano's was nice too. Shout out to Verano. So
we chopped it up with RJ for like 2 hours.
Doubt, shout out to the Verano team for that party that night, because when I went there one other time for Timeless's event. When I was in AC, I didn't like.
What was bad about it?
The reason I didn't like the Timeless event as much was just the way it was set up. It made me not. Well, at first I really didn't. One, I don't like the layout of High Rollers Lounge. I don't like the fact that
it's not really conducive to
that they have to go
a crowd
3 floors up.
Yeah.
To go smoke, and that's why the main reason I wasn't too fond of Timeless's event was because I had to, from where I had to go 3 floors up to go smoke in this other spot, and then when I was and then there was stuff downstairs, so I had to keep going back up and down, and it just felt.
Yeah, Verano did it right.
Verano just did it as one straight floor.
Yeah.
And they kept it small.
There was the upstairs
only.
that they used when they had that comedy guy come on.
Yeah,
the stand-up event.
But
that's what it should be for. That's
Exactly.
what you should use it for.
Like that makes sense because then the downstairs is still going on, with the main stuff that you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kept it, invite only, so it was small, it wasn't overcrowded. They had the Barcana guys. Shout out to them doing infused mocktails.
Yeah, you crushed those drinks.
Those infused mocktails were good. They were using I believe it was the Avexia tinctures that Ronnie manufactures. Then they had
and they just had the Swiftless.
They had 2 hyphen dab bars.
Yeah. And they had those Swiftlifts just lying in the bar.
I'm surprised they were getting Raw Gardens on tap for that dab bar. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, that was so crazy.
Yeah.
That machine. I need one of those things. It was like a tap, like a beer tap, but you just put the cart in it and you put a glass under it, and I guess just the air pressure just like fills the glass with smoke from the vape.
You just put a straw in it.
And you just suck it up. And I was like, oh my God, I want that in my house.
Fire experience.
That's like something you put next to like the alcohol, like the McKellen, that you put that up there. It looked very nice.
That's something you can easily put that in your house, and it's small. So
no one suspect a thing. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
But and then like the joints everywhere. They had a guy walking around with a Stunding glass attached to his chest.
Yeah. Just roaming. He had like the backpack on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a great
like a Sherpa.
It was a great ambiance, and then once again, the heads of Verano were also there.
Yeah, they were all there.
The two guys above RJ.
That's pretty
so
cool.
So it's like the fact, like once again.
And we chopped it with RJ for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
we were talking to him for a while.
But once again, having these people out there that like are the face of these companies and you actually get to see them, it kind of humanizes your company a little bit more, especially when you're as large as, Verano is.
Yeah, they're top dog.
Yeah, like, they're one of the biggest MSOs in the country.
Yeah.
But like it kind of humanizes you a little bit more when like you get to see these people, at their own events.
Well, because when you don't do stuff like that, it kind of gives you, especially when you get to the MSO level, like Verano's at, like the only other guys up there is like Curaleaf, GTI, really,
Ascend, TerraSend,
like there's not a lot of guys at that level, just brand wise.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're at that level, if you don't put like a face to yourselves like that and like go out amongst the people, it kind of gives this dystopian, Orwellian, faceless, authoritarian vibe. You know what I mean? Like you're just this entity that has no face, but we all like bow to you in a way. And it's as far as like the industry. So when you go there and you make that effort to like talk to the operators on the ground floor and all the people you're working with and get to know each other, especially for us on that level to know like, oh, we're talking to like just a family-owned operation, to be able to have a conversation with like the head of Verano. That's pretty cool for us, you know what I mean? We don't usually have opportunities like that.
But yeah, like the MJ Unpacked was fire. Like that was just, and ironically enough,
That was just one day.
If we didn't go Tuesday,
I know, we just went on the wrong day.
We could say that, but if we didn't go Tuesday,
Well, you stayed.
we wouldn't have gone
I
to
went
any of those
home.
parties though, because Verano party was Tuesday night and Grown Rogue was Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So technically, like we definitely did go on a good day.
I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I like how
I had a good
how
time.
the night ended.
Yeah,
I thought it was dope.
We called it at the right time. I met your guy from Queen City.
Yeah, Jordan got there
I met him.
at
He
the
was
perfect
great.
time.
He was awesome. He knew Kevin. That was hilarious. I was like,
Yep, 'cause
he's like, I
they all
worked
started at Rise.
I worked at Rise in Bloomfield. Like, do you know a Kevin Pizarro? He's like, yeah, I love Kevin. I was like, yes.
Yeah, like it once again, if you started in the industry early enough, we all had to work at an MSO at some point.
Yeah,
Because that's all that was
they gave
available.
him. That's all they gave it
It's
to.
all we had. So it's like we
like, yeah, it's
a lot.
rec.
It's like a lot of like the real like OG people know each other like that. Like my boy Jordan knows Toast from when he was at Rise in Bloomfield.
Yeah, that's crazy. He started that way.
Yup. He started out as a bud tender.
He's a big deal now.
Started out as a bud tender.
That's
And now
crazy.
he's, honestly, he might be one of the best marketing people in the state as well.
Yeah,
Like,
he's pretty.
and someone else who's very good at what he does.
He is pretty high profile now. Honestly, like it's like good for him. Honestly,
I'm very happy for him and his success. I wish him all the all the
and that
more.
should show people who are like, because it's always frustrating, especially when an industry that if you're actually passionate about. It's a similar thing that happens when like stand-ups, like comedy, like any kind of creative pursuit, like you're in the beginnings of it and you're not anywhere yet, and you know where you want to go in it, and you're just so frustrated. You're like, fuck, I want to be doing so much more, but I'm just doing this one little job. A guy like Toast should give someone like that hope. Like he's like a prime example of, if you just keep putting in the right work in the right way and get yourself out there, and you can just keep building on what you have to offer, you can go anywhere. So we went to the Grown Rogue party, and then we had another day on the convention floor, which is a little better, with more vendors that were actually there.
Because everybody
Still
finally was
some
coming down
brands,
that
same
night.
thing from Nican. There's still some brands that weren't there that I would have liked to have met. Like,
I didn't see Niche.
I didn't see Niche. I didn't see, I've never seen Panda Farms at anywhere, which is strange. I've always wanted to run into those guys because I like Panda Farms. I think they're pretty good. Breakwater, I mean, they're we'll get in touch with you.
I feel like they don't talk to anybody.
Yeah, I
unless
feel
you,
like they're more of like, we'll let you know if we're interested kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, hey,
one of those companies that's like, well,
they put out
We'll
some
get to
pretty
them eventually.
they put out some pretty serious stuff, so I mean, I kind of get it.
yeah, they only talk to like 20 stores anyway. So it's like,
Yeah, they put out
your odds are very, very
they put out
low.
some high caliber stuff. So I get it.
But
it's-
like, yeah, like there were some people like I would love to meet more of, but I like the fact that there are people I haven't seen before.
But then
yeah,
you stayed for the party at the pier at the end because I left. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm
'cause
getting the fuck
everybody-
out of here. I don't.
it got to the point where as the day is going on, everybody's like,
We're
yo,
done
like
here.
you really need to like go to this party at the pier. Like, you really need to go.
Oh, really? They were like,
Yeah, like it's a huge networking opportunity, and like I understand why,
Did you hotbox the Ferris wheel?
Because, I'm not going up in that thing. Fucking
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Hell no. I barely like to fly to go across country. I have to take Motrin and knock my ass out. I'm not willingly go up in this metal death box and get high. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe
Oh
for
my
disaster.
God. My only gripe about the pier party was that like everything was a little too spread out. Because it did go the length of the pier. So it was like, unless you knew there was stuff going on the other end of the pier, there was stuff you could have missed out on because the stuff that at the front was actually pretty lit.
It's like knowing whether or not you can get in at 11 o'clock.
Like Timeless had a booth. Butter Cake had a booth. Shout out to Butter Cake and them. Their booth was fire.
Was it?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting them.
And then Timeless had a fight. Timeless had an arcade game. Fire. And their cereal milk cart, really good. Journeyman had this really nice ice sculpture. Who else has? Groon had chocolate covered strawberries. Fire. They had a table for like THC drinks. The guy doing doodles. Then further in the back, you had oh God, what are they called? Flower Union, edible company. Flower Union.
Yeah.
Fire edibles. They were back there. I believe Illicit was back there actually. Actually, I'm pretty. Yeah, that's where I got her. The car with them. Shout out to Tim and them at Illicit.
So you'd say it was worth staying up that late?
It was.
To go to work in the morning?
Yeah, like I ran into Jersey Smooth. I talked to everybody. Like it was definitely worth like getting the connections of people I didn't already have. Like I didn't have an Illicit Connect. I didn't have a personal Jersey Smooth Connect. I was able to actually get Flower Union's card finally because like I forgot to get one from him when the last time I saw him, which was like well over 8 months to a year ago almost.